in the gap, and it will be 4. This is a little onslaught by Maqsood.
Yeah, he moves to 30 with that clip off his legs. And in all honesty, it was a bit of a freebie. A hit me ball and he's hit it. Alright. He also needs to keep up with the fireworks on the other side from Hales.
Babar Azum's got to look. No wonder he looks disgruntled there. I mean, you cannot be a bowler bowling knee-high full tosses leg stump.
As I often say, you can't set fields for bad deliveries. That was a gift by Jamal. Babar Azum being put under a little bit of pressure as captain, because ideally we'd want to see discipline from his bowlers in this first phase of the innings. This was a pace-on delivery, 143 kilometers per hour. Jamal generating good pace, but his control just a little bit off.
Just getting his feel right for this last delivery. It's gone for 6, and Amir Jamal will want to close this off nicely, not give away the boundary.
Pumped over cover and flies all the way for 6. Wow! 50 partnership, end of the power play, 67 for 1. Raza making the signal as we close the power play phase of the innings. Mujib continues, ball 2 overs for 15. Now he's back with pace off the ball. The last delivery of the last over. Here is that firepower.
Problem here for Babar Azum is that his key bowler, Wahab Riaz, has gone for 18. So he's just going to have to park him for a while. This partnership, 56 from 30 deliveries. Rapid pace. So at the moment, he's probably thinking of the numbers and the permutations he has with Wahab. And Alex Hales took a fancy to him, and he liked it. He liked what was coming onto his bat. So at the moment, Babar is thinking, I can't bring him on. He's got to stay out there, out of my thinking.
No appeal. Not so convincing from the bowler. Maybe Babar Azum will contemplate the review. Clock running down. Doesn't look interested. The other thing too, Alan Wilkins, is before this innings, Alex Hales produced just 80 runs in 5 innings. So if you followed his career, you'd know that he's due as a batter. That will be a worry for Babar Azum.
You also saw Jimmy Neesham there saying, he's hit it, don't go upstairs, don't review this. Yeah, law of averages, Darren. He's due a score.
End of the 7th, 71 for 1. It's been good going so far, this partnership. 58 from 34. Maqsood, after only having played one match previously, showing exactly what is required in the situation. They'll have another challenge in that of Jimmy Neesham with the ball.
He's got a good repertoire of slower deliveries, Jimmy Neesham, and I think he may have to deploy them here. There's one to start with. Came out like a popcorn.
Now, I would love to have a chance to win this Jazz Recharge car. This car will be awarded by the PCB to the winner of Jazz Recharge activity in the HBL PSL 8 final ceremony. Stay tuned for the lucky winner. Who will that be? Yeah, look at the pitch at the halfway mark, and I felt that because of the dryness, the lack of grass, a bowler like Jimmy Neesham will thrive in these conditions with his cutters and slower deliveries, also pace-on deliveries into the pitch. This is a notice for all of you. HBL PSL final has moved to Saturday, 18 March. Will be on air at 5:40 p.m. local time for the closing ceremony, 5:45, and the first ball at 7 p.m. Of course, you know, some inclement weather pending on the 19th, hence the shift in date. Charge activity in the HBL PSL 8 final ceremony. Stay tuned for the lucky winner. Who will that be? Of course, you know, some inclement weather pending on the 19th, hence the shift in date to one day earlier in that grand final. Multan Sultan's final.
And Kalunda's looking at this match in the hotel room. Aren't you, Kalundas? You're looking at this. Kalundas play the winner of this match in the second eliminator. The loser of this match goes home. The contest is so finely balanced right now. At this stage, Zalmi were way ahead at 92 for 1. Looking at a 200 plus score, but then Islamabad came back, and now Islamabad 75 for 1.
There's that short delivery, which is quite an effective one. Now, the other thing that Babar Azum will be mindful of is the fact that throughout this entire season, the last 5 overs, his side has been the worst in terms of economy rates, 13.6. That's what they concede, so he's in a little bit of a conundrum as to his bowling options, his use of bowlers, which bowlers are going to finish the innings for him. Maybe Wahab Riaz didn't have a good start. An excellent over from Jimmy Neesham, his first one, just going for 6 runs. End of the 8th, 77 for 1.
77 for 1. Partnership 64. Salman Irshad, driven down the ground, is timed well. And there will be 2 TKC on the fence, but this partnership now just looking dangerous for Peshawar Zalmi, especially Shoaib Maqsood. Shoaib Maqsood, I reckon right now is a danger man. Nicely done. He's a power hitter, he's a boundary hitter, and he likes these kind of surfaces. Very used to surfaces where the ball doesn't come on. So yes, you look at Hales, who's hit that in the air, almost to the fence, but to the fielder. But I reckon it's Shoaib Maqsood especially. Yeah, that is tucked leg side. And then just eased away. Smashed through the offside. This is the over where he took to Wahab Riaz and Alex Hales. That is the shot of the night tonight. Over extra cover.
Yeah, go Maxi. Maqsood, that is. Yeah, I do like watching him. I remember a few years ago, Baz, I was just talking about this with Wakar. It might have been HBL PSL 2. He did his ankle. We were in Sharjah. He did his ankle. He missed out on the Champions Trophy back in 17, which you guys did quite well at, just quietly. But very, very exciting player back then. And there he is. He's had his ups and downs, hasn't he? Coming good tonight.
Who's the player of the HBL PSL in 2021. Shot into the pitch, straight to the fielder.
Still look, that Zalmi is still 14 ahead at the same stage as just the last bit. And here's an opportunity. Osaka Battery's Facebook page is the place where you want to be. K-Late Jashan contest and win prizes and get a chance to be in the Osaka Power Run. So yes, Zalmi is still 14 ahead, but it's just the last 7 overs where they just manage only 46 or something.
Short ball, just into the leg side. It was after the 10th over that run scoring got harder. Ball started to reverse a little, and which is enough. The ball with short of length, a slightly softer ball, short of a length, wasn't coming onto the bat as well. So there is quite a few little dimensions to the game yet. Nice, beautiful ball. They appeal, they go up. Sibula looks around. He says there's a sound. Babar looks, confirms. Will he go upstairs? The keeper says there is a sound, and he goes right on the cusp.
TV umpire, the director. A player review for caught behind. Original decision is not out. Can we check the front foot first, please? It's fair delivery. Can we go to front on, please? Ball's close to the back. Can we go to ultra edge, please, when ready? Just go back, please. And play through. Batsman's clearly missed the ball. Hassan, you can stay with your original decision of not out. I'll let you know when you're on screen. Signal now.
Yeah, good decision, Hassan Raza. The noise was the bat hitting the ground. 83 for 1. Islamabad United up with the rate. 101 off 11 needed. Jimmy Neesham into the pitch, leg side, just a single. There's a lot of power in Islamabad United's batting. And there's a lot of power in the Osaka power run.
Go on, son, fill your boots. He's got the new ones on, and they're not working. Yeah, give him a prize. Well done, Chief. Peace, love, and good vibes. Take the package.
Alex Hales over the offside, times this beautifully. That's gone the distance. A fantastic six over cover point.
See you later, Jimmy Neesham. Serves that one right in the slot. Yeah, pace on. Yeah, just opens up that front leg. And that's one of those Alex Hales specials. Inside out and a lovely flow of the hands. Fetch this, fellas.
Yeah, the previous over his ball 105, 121. Didn't go anywhere above 125. This one, 136 and put away.
Now back into the pitch and into the stumps. That's probably the better length. Once you go fuller, it actually plays into the hands of Alex Hales. Alex Hales has been quite clever, but he's hit through the offside. He hasn't tried and muscle it through the leg side. Maybe that is because of the lack of bounce that we're seeing in this innings especially. One side, just a single that time. Pace off. Right, the Love Network. Download Love Network and earn up to $1,000 US at www.love.network.
It's a lot of love, Baz.
I'm sure, Danny, you need that. Short ball, no timing on that. Almost carried to the man, but thankfully for Sohaib Masood, it was high up on the bat.
Second time around it's happened. It's been played in the deep and falling short, but the men had really pushed back to the rope.
Last delivery of the 10th, 9 off the over so far, that maximum over cover point, but he's come back well. Dot ball and a couple of singles. Shot down the leg side, poor delivery to end the over. You don't want the ball. There, gifting a boundary. The 10th over goes for 13. Islamabad United now 96 for 1.
Alexi Hales. You might hang your head, Jimmy Neesham, but really, that is a low quality delivery once again.
At 45 of 33, Sohaib Masood. Alex Hales 39 of 20. This is his highest score this season. But knockout said you want your big players to stand up. Salman Shah, oh, chance! It was a cotton ball chance, but I don't think that he was in any position to take it.
I want to see this replay because it was low slinging action. He crosses over himself. Yeah, he's got it at the wrong side with his foot. In fact, he's trying to soccer skillet out to cover. Well, jokes aside, that was humming anyway. But the big fella went down in a heap.
Now short ball into the pitch. That'll just get past short fine. Wow. In chase. Come back for the second. Inverx Solar Energy, the leading run scorer and wicket taker of HPL PSL 8, will get a complete solar system for his house from Inverx Solar Energy. Right now, Islamabad United need a bit of energy because the last 10 have been an issue. We've seen the ball just start to die. So far, it's all good. Salman and Shah into the pitch. No timing yet again. That short ball, back of a length, is the one that the batters are struggling with.
And there's too much batting to come. Got to get a couple of wickets here because go down to number 7. Fahim Ashraf has won them 2 games. So tough times for Zalmi. They're just looking to find inroads and get rid of at least one of them.
That's a great point, Sackers, because it's all going rather swimmingly now. Partnership 86 off 55, but and he takes 1 wicket, then you lose 2. So often the case in white ball cricket. You lose 1, you can lose 2 together, and suddenly such a different complexion. 3 figures up now. And the asking rate, well, it's only 9, so they're going at just over that, but you're so right, Sekinder. A wicket or 2 here, particularly both these players who set, and you've got 2 new guys in, and it's a different world.
We saw in the first innings where Peshawar Zalmi fell away at the back end because of a bit of reverse and the ball not skipping on to the bat. So if they get a wicket, it is difficult for the next batter to get his skates on straight away because of the nature of the surface.
A little bit of Tapal in the lounge just to calm things down, the nerves of the Yellow Army fans. A little bit of Tapal tea. I tell you what, Ishard, he's been the human target, isn't he? And he's followed through. Man's been getting peppered. Oh.
Pace off, that's a very decent over. Just 4 off. 11 overs, Islamabad United 100 for 1. And now the notes come out. The coaches will have a few words. The players will take a breather, discuss everything that will go on. And furthermore, because it's time for Kapal Daneda, strategic timeout. to the end of the Tapal Danida strategic timeout. Now, coaches, captain, the players have all discussed strategy. And now it's back to business. 9 overs remain, 84 to get. Zafa News cricketing fact: Shoaib Maqsood was the player of the tournament in HBL PSL 2021 for scoring 428 runs for Multan Sultans. So right now this would look pretty simple, but don't think it is. Babar Azum back in the attack, into the pitch. That slow one, that short of length is just dying in the surface.
Well, the responsibility here. He disappeared in his first one, went for 18 rather. So he's come back to get a wicket here for Zalmi. Dafa News cricketing fact. So Maqsood, he was a player of the tournament, the HBL PSL, just a couple of seasons ago in 2021. He scored 428 runs for Multan. It was in Abu Dhabi there, wasn't he? He's dined out there in the UAE.
A short ball, it climbs into that, smashes it leg side. One bounce into the fence.
Yeah, he gets his 50 as well of 39. His second appearance in this season and performing in the most important game, the eliminator.
Well, they're also into the 90s in terms of the partnership. 92 from 60. Wahab, who is a striker, gets people out, but he is disappearing in this eliminator tonight for the Yellow Army.
In 2021, he got 50s in the knockout stage, in the final and the qualifier. And then short, again trying to muscle it leg side. It's a single. It's been such an important innings. Alex Hale's with him, batting well, but you just thought that Shoaib Maqsood on this surface, especially where the ball's not skipping onto the bat, it's up his alley because he's a boundary hitter and he's very used to surfaces where the ball's not really skipping onto the bat. He makes sure that he bludgeons the ball, more power than anything else. Short ball, dot ball. So tick-tock off the match at the Saida Ali. And a familiar pose, plus a couple of drives through the offside.
Just looking at this partnership and the lion's share of the deliveries for Maqsood. He's striking at 127, but Hales, who's on strike, he's striking at nearly 180. Desperate for Hales to get a little bit more of the strike now. If he can get some of that strike, going about getting into a rhythm. And if he can get going, then look out, because he's already hit 2 6s and 4 4s. Parkview winner, Miran Zaman. Well done. From match 31 is our Parkview City free hit for fans winner. He's in the running to win at a house or an apartment, or let's have both bears.
Maybe a bungalow.
Hoorah!
Farmhouse.
And that too.
And it goes over extra and finds the fence. Just opened the face, has almost gone over point. The boundary to end the 12th. Islamabad United 110 for 1.
At the 12-over mark, Peshawar was still ahead by 15 runs, having lost the extra wicket. Islamabad in pursuit, and they held a together quite nicely. Courtesy Alex Hales, 45 of 25. Maqsood as well, 51 of 40. And Mujib to bowl his fourth. He's bowled really well, 19 from his three. 98 now, the partnership just of the 65 deliveries. And they're a team that like to chase.
What's hugely in their favour, Islamabad, is that they've only lost one wicket, and they've got all these power hitters on the bench waiting to go in, and that's hugely in the batting side's favour. And it's a 100 partnership now. Maqsood and Hales from 67 deliveries.
I think that's why Mujib's been bowling to the attack. He's going to finish here. He's got 3 balls to go, and I think the skipper feels this is his best chance to break the partnership. The batting has been, well, some of the highest quality shots. That probably one of the better that we've seen in this innings, and it takes Alex Hales to 50. A quite brilliant 50 from 27 balls.
First 50 this season for Alex Hales. There's plenty of conversation around the fact that he was due some runs and some big runs, and he's delivered on the big stage in the knockout game of 27 deliveries. He's clipped that away quite nicely as well. He's got the legs to go into the boundary. Back to back again from Alex Hales. And it is destroying a good spell from Mujib, who'd only given away 3 boundaries up till his third over. But his final one is going for runs.
Dominates the crease, doesn't he? Bosses the crease. Doesn't like bowlers getting close to him.
Mujib bowls 4 overs for 13. No wickets to him tonight. His 13 overs, Islamabad 1-2, 1 for 1. As such is the depth in the Islamabad United dugout. The captain doesn't even have his pads on. He's relying on plenty of the other lads who can hit the ball a long way. Azam Khan, Fahim Ashraf, Colin Munro, Shadab himself, all yet to come in.
Yeah, but it's a fine line, isn't it? They look very relaxed, understandably, but a couple of wickets can change things very, very quickly here.
And it was precisely at this point, 13 over mark, where Peshawar started their downfall. Up till this point, they were quite up with the run rate.
You know, they just had a timeout a couple of overs ago, and you sort of watch them there, and you're thinking, who's saying what, and what are they saying?
Inurek Solar Energy will be giving out the Hanif Mohammad cap and the Fazal Mahmood cap to the highest run getter and the wicket taker of the tournament, respectively. A display of brute force and power, and some command at the crease from Maqsood.
He climbs into anything that is marginally wide, marginally short, and that is, in fact, that's a rank long hop, because that's an attempted slower ball with the fingers coming down the side of the ball. It's been poorly delivered by Omarzai. And the moral of that story is don't bowl it again.
I mean, we've been in those positions now where you're feeling, where are we going to get a wicket from? We don't have ISLU, we don't have Harris Ralph. We're going to work with the resources we've got. We don't have that extra pace, which would be more than handy right now. But in the field, if you're extra cover, someone do something special. Run out, diving catch, inspire your team. Someone get your team back up there. Try and do something really special and just get things back in your favour. Always worry about what the bowler's trying to do. Give some support to him.
It was at this point, at the 13-over mark, Peshawar were 137 for 3, and the last 7 only went for 48. That's why they pulled it back. That was courtesy of some really good bowling, excellent in the field. Trying to be a little bit fancy.
Yeah, looked premeditated to me from Maqsood. Oh, it's time for a nice hot cup of Dapal tea. Gotta have your tea hot, Rouge. You can't have it lukewarm. It's got to be very hot.
Yes, sir. Always. The best place to have it, in that Tapal Tea Lounge. He's done well to clip that away. Now, the problem for Peshawar, Zalmi, is their bowling, where the experience goes for runs. Wahab went for 18 in his first, 10 in the second, and that's where the problem is. He's already bowled out Mujib.
Well, the pick of the bowlers, Irshad, 2 overs, just 8 runs. He's just got 2 to go.
They go up, probably sliding down. They are not interested, Peshawar Zalmi, and rightly so. 7 of his third over for Umar Zai, 14 done, 128 for 1.
Mujib has bowled out. Irshad, fine spell from him. 2 overs, none for 8. Wahab, expensive.
Gone into the stumps, and that's the wicket they needed. Amir Jamal with the pace and bullseye.
Now, is that the moment that's just going to ignite something really special from Zalmi? They're going to need it. And they do something pretty special a la the opposition at this phase of the game. Now then, they get together. Just a couple of overs or so they got together. Things are looking a bit brighter for them now. Length just scooted through. And it was a bit of a slog. It was a bit of a wild slog in the end. Not the length he was looking for. But Jamal sends him off. And that perhaps is something that they can work with now moving forward. Very fine innings though. 60 from 48, 128 for 2.
.142 the strike rate. We all know when he gets it in the middle. Get ready to catch in every tier of the crowd. A much needed wicket has come from Amir Jamal back into the spell. Cleans up Sohaib Maqsood, the very first delivery. And they need to capitalize on this, Peshawar Zalmi. They need to put a squeeze on the runs. If not, try and pick up another wicket as well. A genuine edge.
Interesting choice. Interesting choice. Colin Munro's still sat on the sidelines. It's not the best shot he'll play. And very much in control throughout his innings and played beautifully. Skipper's gone to Jamal, who's responded with the wicket. It wasn't really the length. It was almost like a predetermined short ball, but it wasn't there.
He's looking for the full straight length, trying to cramp the batters for any room possible. He's bowling with pace as well.
Yeah, his rhythm is really good. He's hitting the crease and some decent pace. 144, 145 kilometers an hour. 144.9. I consider 145 in my book. Always had to add on a couple. But good rhythm here by Jamal.
Oh, you talk about a surprise move that Colin Munro still hasn't come out. I think they're trying to look at finishing this off in a hurry. And, well, let's talk about hurry and going fast. Time to Travel and Be Love Network are giving away a 1300R Hayabusa heavy bike to the player with the highest wickets and the player with the highest number of sixes in this HBL PSL 8. A surprise you would want, if you can ride it. Fast machines and two very fast hitting players on the crease as well.
Just trying to work out why Azam Khan's gone in ahead of, say, Munro. Oh, might just be that it's a double win for them, because if he gets in and gets them home, he's got more cricket. He's been a bit out of cricket for a while. He's missed a couple of games, and if he doesn't, they've still got batting to come. I think it might be a bit twofold, really. There's Munro ready to come in, but they have just made adjustments actually throughout the tournament. Fahim Ashraf's been up and down the order. Talking about ISLU, you know. I'm talking about Paris Rao. That was 150 Ks, the last ball.
He's bowling real pace here and really good over. Quick one as well to finish the over off. What an over from Amir Jamal. 4 runs and the important wicket. 15 done. It's 132 for 2. .52 from 30, and with the firepower present at the crease and in the dugout, you'd imagine Islamabad United cruising.
Irshad, 2 overs, none for 8. Now, is this a contest right here? Alex Hale's on strike. Irshad has bowled 2 superb overs. He's only conceded 8. Contest within the contest here. That's what I like. I love that from Irshad. He wanted to bowl the Yorker, the searing Yorker. Get another one going in here now, right at the toes of Alex Hales.
Now We've seen that a couple of times, or more than a couple of times. Darren Sammy. Very well directed again with that slingy action in the block hole, not giving Alex Hayes any room.
It's brilliant. He is really thinking this one through. Right, congratulations in the Jazz Fan Pulse winners, Abdullah Sheikh and Rab Nawaz. Our winners, and the leaderboard is still Khalid Ahmad. Well done, Atif Ali in second place. Well done to all of you.
Goes short into the surface. Good effort on the outfit as well, keeping it to 1.
Yeah, brilliant in the outfield. Talk about the bowling and how good that's been now, but that's great because now Hales is off strike and it gives Ershad just a look at the new batter. Little bits like that make such a difference. You can just ignore it, it's just 1. And actually, now he's got a crack at the new batter. And he's just going to have to sit and wait for a little longer.
You just suddenly see Babar Azum also sort of a little bit more animated in the field. He was up at the boundary. He was at fielding at long off where Sammy was standing. And we've seen that conversation happen throughout this league. Change in tactic as well. Oh, how big is this wicket in the context of the game? Azam Khan cleaned up.
Yeah, it's absolutely massive. Fielding has been terrific. It meant that Azam Khan was on strike for that particular delivery. So brilliant bowling, brilliant strategy, and brilliant fielding as well. Now it's game on. Azam Khan is back in, but he's not back in the runs. He's back in the side, and it just went too quickly. It just went through the defences, didn't pick it up, and it cannoned off the pad. And now they'll feel they're very much in it. A couple of quick wickets.
Third time lucky for Irshad. And it's Azam Khan's on the way back. 2, 133 for 3.
Well, he's been on the bench for 15 overs and 4 deliveries, but he makes his way out now, Colin Munro. Oh, what a beauty. What an over this is from Salman Irshad. Welcome, Colin Munro.
It's like, where's he been? I mean, Irshad, this is Star Wars. Cricket's version of Star Wars right here. Boom, up you go. Stars, lights, bales, everything's flashing.
What an impact he's had. What an over. 1 run and the big wicket of Azam Khan. Can he pick up Munro? Oh, he's flicked it and picked it. Oh, what an effort. Amir Jamal with the diving effort, with the left hand stuck out. It doesn't stick and it is a boundary. 16 done, 137 for 3.
Well, what a moment this would have been. Looked to be under an element of control, and then it just always going away from Jamal. He just put out a finger and a hand in hope that it might find the middle of the palm. Yeah, he's frustrated. They are pumped up, and understandably. A couple of quick wickets, and they'll feel very much back in the contest now. Ershad 1 for 13. When will he bowl his final over? But they're pumped up now. Very much game on.
Well. It looked for the longest time as though Islamabad United were cruising through to a date with Lahore Qalandars tomorrow here at Gaddafi Stadium. And there is a twist. And there might be a sting in it as well. Oh, he's knocked him over. What a delivery. That is huge. The Yorkers are flying in, the Bales are flying up into the night sky. And Zaumi are rocking here in Lahore. Well, if it isn't a game changer, a game-changing delivery you can see. Absolutely nailed his Yorker. Jamal, he's the man getting the prize wicket of Alex Hales, who's well set. Balance of power shifting now. Munro goes for a well-played 57, 137 for 4. Fahim Ashraf is the new man in. Got two left-handers at the crease now. Fahim has seen his side home from precarious positions before in this year's HBL PSL. Joins Colin Munro out there in the middle. Zaumi bowlers have got this ball reverse swinging. Suddenly the game has turned on its head. Rakar Yunus brings back happy memories for you, no doubt.
Isn't it a treat to watch? Amazing. Fast bowler running in, getting into that hole, stumps flying all over with all those lights. Come on, let's do that again.
Oh, shot. That's a terrific shot. Now, two left-handers notionally should give you a bit of an advantage against the reverse swinging ball, and Fahim has just nutted this extra cover drive first up.
Yeah, that's a smart move from Islamabad United, sending Fahim in front of Asif. This right-hander struggled a bit. That last delivery, almost 150 kilometers an hour, and Fahim Ashraf had no problem at all driving through the cover. He's in good form.
Terrific pace this. Really good pace this from Al Jamal. Now, Darren Sammy deep in conversation with Babar Azum. Babar has saved up his fast bowling resources for the back end here. I wonder whether it was too late, but then Azam Khan and his stumps rearranged by Salman Irshad. And then the big one, the biggest of them all, Alex Hales, dispatched. Sammy says stay calm. Not many staying calm up here in the commentary box. Oh no! Got a hit! That's it! Oh my goodness me! An absolute nightmare! Ramsey, stay calm, everyone.
This game is slipping away from Islamabad United. It's not only Fahim slipping on the pitch and getting run out, it's Islamabad also struggling. Required run rate over 12 now. Just ran and slipped. He ran on the green bit, and those nails couldn't really stay on the pitch. And just very careful, Jamal hitting the stumps, picking up wicket here. Wickets are tumbling, and Peshawar Zalmi's camp over the moon. Very much have gone for 5. It's 142 for 5.
Well, the captain has got to plug some holes in a sinking ship here at the moment. Forget those numbers. It's all about keeping your head. Keep your head. Because at the minute, Islamabad United are losing theirs. Wakar Yunus is absolutely correct. Run on the cut bit. Don't run on the green bit. Fahim Ashraf, his feet went from underneath him. Jamal has 8 deliveries left. 8 legitimate ones anyway. Pace again. Really good speed. Monroe loses a chunk of his thigh. Well, you've got to give credit to Jamal. The way he composed himself before he threw the ball to dislodge the bails. Bang on accurate in a pressure situation, following a delivery. Wow, great stuff. No wonder he's congratulated all around. Both sets of players were getting their pre-match haircuts done today. Jamal's ruined. The players were ruffling his barnet.